Charlotte, a difficult defeat today. How do you reflect on the performance?
Yeah, bitterly disappointing performance. Didn't do the foundations right, didn't do enough. You have to earn the right to win games of football, and you have to win your duels, you have to be aggressive. And we weren't that today. And, we didn't show anywhere near enough quality. I thought we were slow out of possession, a little bit laboured, didn't get enough pressure on the ball. And then that bled into our in-possession work, I thought. We've had a really good week's training in terms of how we wanted to play today. We were really clear on how we were going to exploit Southampton, and we didn't do it. We weren't brave enough, we didn't play forwards, we were sideways, we were backwards, and when you do that against a team that wants to press aggressively like Southampton do, you make it really difficult for yourself. So it's frustrating because we weren't brave today, didn't play forwards, didn't get in behind them, didn't make them defend, didn't test the goalkeeper, but I felt that it came from just not doing enough without the ball either. Just didn't get tight, didn't win enough tackles, and we made it too easy for Southampton, to be honest.
Do you think it's the timing of the goal, particularly the one in the first half, that makes it that extra bit more difficult?
Well, it comes from our free kick, so no, not really. It was poor from us. We turned the ball over, we get transitioned on, we've not recovered in because we're not in structure, so then the full-back's not in, so the centre-back goes out, the other centre-half is across, the full-back is too far across, we don't know where the threat is. We've spoke about it all week, so that's disappointing for me, and I'm really frustrated because the goals we're conceding at the minute are really poor goals, and we have to learn really quickly because we've spoke about how we're going to defend that threat all week. We've done it all week at training, and we've had some like clarity on who's going to do what, and we didn't do it. So we have to start applying learnings really quickly because at the minute the goals we're conceding they're so similar every week, and we have to start taking accountability and we have to start applying ourselves better because at the minute if we keep conceding goals like that we make our job so difficult because we always have to outscore the goal against the goals we're conceding. So we've got to go back to defending properly and keeping clean sheets because if we do that, it gives us a foundation to build on.
What was the message at half-time after conceding so late on? Did it change at all? Not
really, because it was about doing the basics right, playing through the central areas where we had a 4v3 overload. We didn't do it. We're passing sideways around the back and then we're trapping players in wide areas. We're not playing forwards. Hips aren't forward, so we're easy to press against. You're taking too many touches, too slow with the ball, and not winning duels. And if you blend all those things together, you're not going to win a game of football. So we've got to look at ourselves and we've got to get some clarity on, is this an understanding? I don't think it was because they've trained well this week, but we didn't apply that today, and that's a problem because we didn't show anywhere near enough quality, and if you don't do that, then we're not going to win games against opposition like Southampton at this level.
It's obviously a tough test at Arsenal next weekend, but also a good opportunity for players to test themselves against WSL opposition.
Well, we've got to see what they're made of. I felt our mentality was really poor today. Even at half time I felt like we were sulking and feeling sorry for ourselves. You got to stand up and be counted, you got to make something happen in those games, and as for the group, we've got to see it, who's good enough to play at this next level. Arsenal are the best team in the world, so they've got to stand up and they've got to show something, and they've got to have some fight, and they've got to have some spirit, and they've got to have some grit. We didn't have any of that today, and I think if we'd had some of that today and we'd bottled that a little bit more, we'd have got something out of the game. But I felt we looked fragile today. And if you don't have that fight and that spirit and the grit, you're not going to win a game, and you're not going to compete with a team like Arsenal. So I expect a reaction for sure next week. I need to see what these players are made of and who's got it in them to go and play at the next level.
6 league games remaining, but still a chance to pick up points.
Well, yeah, we want to win every game, of course. That's what we prep for, but winning isn't a given. You have to earn the right to win games, and we didn't earn that right today because we didn't do enough. So for the next 6 games, and however many other games there are in terms of cup games, we have to stand up and be counted. We've got to show a bit of fight, a bit of grit, and we've got to start applying the work we're doing in the week. Because I think if we had applied that today and we were brave and we played forward, we saw it in a couple of spells when we did it, we went straight through them because we've got the quality to do it, but we've got to have the mentality to do it. That's the difference. We know we've got the quality to play how we want to play. We've got to have the mentality and the bravery to do it, and I didn't see enough of that today.